Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sit down, please. I'd like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Today it is October 19th, 2022. It's on Wednesday. It's sunny outside, so it's a good idea to dry foot on outside today. According to the weather forecast, it will be sunny tomorrow. But I have a grim weather forecast on Sunday. It might be rainy. Are you liberal or conservative? Are you a liberal or conservative or innovative? Some people are more liberal oriented or conservative oriented. There are always liberals and conservatives. There are always liberals and conservatives. Congress, Parliament, and Diet. In Japan, we have a Diet House consisting of the House of Representatives and the House of Councillors. And the Liberal Democratic Party is the most popular in Japan. And the party is also playing an important role in the politics, and which is also the ruling party. In some countries, Republican is very strong. Republican is very strong. Republic is very strong. Republic. Republic. Republic is very strong in some countries. Which party is very strong and popular in your country? Republican. I was sitting on the bench listening to music. I was sitting in the chair with my eyes closed. In this season, it might be better and more comfortable to sleep with the windows open, to let the fresh air, cool air in. The dog was running with the tail swinging. The dog was running with its tail swinging, which means he's happy. It might be seen as rude to speak with food in your mouth. It might be considered rude to speak with food in your mouth. With the CEO resigning in the end of the match, what will become of the company? What will become of the company? With the new leader taking in the office, what will become of the company? The spectators were watching the show with their mouth opened. I didn't know what to do with my mouth opened, with surprise, with upset. Some students were listening to the lecture with their mouth opened. Some students were listening to the lecture with their mouth opened. Some students were listening to the lecture with their mouth open. And some people fell asleep. Some people fall asleep with the air conditioner on. Some people fall asleep with the air conditioner on. Some salaried workers were obliged to be transferred to other prefectures, with their families left behind. Some salaried workers are transferred to another prefecture with their families left behind. What is he crafting in the workshop? You can see the craftsman crafting pottery in the workshop, and if you want, you can buy it. In the workshop, you can see the craftsman crafting pottery and porcelain up closely. What is he crafting? He is crafting a porcelain, lacquerware. Lacquerware is very light and very strong, so which is recommended souvenir item. Why don't you get one? Lacquerware is very strong and light, so which is a good souvenir for you. Why don't you get one? It takes time, or can take very long time for the beer to be crafted. Crafting a beer takes time. Crafting a beer takes a time. Crafting a beer takes a time. Takes time. Crafting a beer takes time. All of the arts sold in this store are very expensive because they are all handcrafted, handmade, handcrafted. All of the miscellaneous stuff, miscellaneous things in this store are expensive. They are all handcrafted, handmade. I had a chance to see the behind the scene story of the drama. I could have the chance to hear the behind the scene of the drama. There are some behind closed doors things, decisions, and so on. There are many behind the doors, behind the closed doors, behind closed doors, behind closed doors meetings out there. There are many behind closed doors meetings. Behind closed doors, 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 behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, 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 behind closed doors. There are many behind closed doors meetings. There are many behind closed doors meetings out there. Behind closed doors. Some arts are behind closed doors. They are kept in the storehouse, warehouse. Some arts are behind closed doors. They are stored in the best environment to keep them long. Behind closed doors, 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 behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, 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 behind closed doors. Behind closed doors scenes were released recently. In the TV program, I could watch behind closed doors scenes of the live. In the TV program, I could watch behind closed doors scenes of the movie. If you buy the DVD, you can watch behind closed doors scenes of the movie making. If you buy the DVD, you can watch behind closed doors scenes of the movie. 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 Behind closed doors. 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 I watched behind closed door scenes of the movie. Behind closed door scenes are often very interesting. Behind closed doors, works of art will be open to the public during the festival. Behind closed doors, works of art will be open to the public during the event. So please do not miss it up. Please do not pass it up. Behind closed doors, works of art will be open to the public during the event. So please do not pass it up. Pass the opportunity up. Do not pass up the opportunity. Do not pass up the opportunity. Behind closed doors. 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 Are you bipartisan? Are you bipartisan? Bipartisan. Or never accept those who have the different opinions as you? Are you bipartisan or the type of the person who reject anything and those who have the different opinions as you from you? Are you this kind of person who reject those who have the different opinions to you, from you, with you? Bipartisan. 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 Are you bipartisan? Oh, obstinate, stubborn, obstinate, arrogant. Bipartisan. Bipartisan. Collaborative. Collaborating. Cooperative. Bipartisan. 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 Are you bipartisan? Bipartisan. 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 What have we got to lose? What have I got to lose? I lost everything. What have I got to lose? I lost everything. What have I got to lose? I will try anything I wanna do. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You should try. You should challenge. It is often said that it's better to regret after challenging than regret before and without challenging. It is often said that it's better to regret after challenging than regret before challenging, without challenging. And it is often said that it is better to regret after challenging than regret without challenging. It is often said that it is better to regret after challenging than to regret without challenging. What have we got to lose? What have we got to lose? What have we to lose? What have we got to lose? What have we lose? What have you to lose? What have we to lose? What have we to lose? What have we to lose? Have we to lose? What 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 have we to lose? Have we to lose? What have we to lose? What have we to lose? What have we got 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 to lose? What have we 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 got to lose? What have we to lose? What have we to lose? What have you to lose? What have you got to lose? What have you to lose? What have I to lose? What have I to lose? What have I got to lose? What do I have 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 to lose? What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose? What have we lose? What have we to 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 lose? What have we got to lose? What do we have to lose? What have we to lose? What have we to lose? I lost everything, so there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. What do I have to lose? What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? I lost everything. What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? What have I to lose? What have I to lose? What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? I lost everything. There's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? What have I 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 got to lose? What have we to lose? What have we to lose? What have we got to lose? What do we have to lose? What have we 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 to lose? The exam I took was divided into 3 sections. The exam I took was divided into 3 sections. What is the object of entering the university for you? What is the object of the trip to Tokyo? Can I know your object of visiting the facility? Can I know your object? Can I know the object? Objective. Can I know the objective of entering the university for you? Mount Fuji has been the object of worship since long time ago. Mount Fuji has been the object of worship. I guess crazy idea. I guess ideas which are objected by 99% of the citizens are the real ones. Real innovation. Real revolutions. Which change drastically. Thoroughly. I think many people will object my ideas. Many people will object my ideas. Are you getting along with the colleagues? Are you getting along with their coworkers? Are you on good terms with the coworkers? Are you on good terms with the coworkers? Are you good on terms with your colleagues? Is there any good solution to solve the problem? The government is seeking the best solutions to the problem. Solution. We haven't found the solution to the problem yet. And we haven't found the solution to the problem yet. We haven't found out the solution to the problem yet. We haven't found the solution to the problem yet. We haven't found the solution to the problem yet. We haven't found the solution to the problem yet. We haven't found the solution to the problem yet. Who do you think I will vote for? Who do you think I will vote for at the election to decide the members for the House of Representatives? Did you vote? Did you go to vote? It is said many young people don't go to vote, although they have the right to vote. Have you gone to vote? Can I know who you voted? Can I know who you voted? Can I know for whom you voted? Can I know to whom? For whom you voted? Can I know for whom? You voted? Can I know for whom you voted? Can I know for whom you voted? Can I know whom you voted for? Can I know who you voted for? Can I know who you voted for? Did you vote against the policy? Did you vote against the policy? The politician voted against the policy. The politician voted for the policy. The politician voted against the bill. The politician voted against the bill. The politician voted against the bill. The politician voted in favor of the bill. The politician voted for 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 the bill. The politician voted against the bill. The politician voted against the bill. I was deeply impressed with the piece. I was deeply touched by the piece. I was deeply moved by the piece. I got injured deeply. I used to get injured deeply by the accident a few months ago. I got hurt deeply by your remarks. The depth of the sea, the depth of the ocean is deeper than the height of any other mountain in the world. The depth of the ocean is much deeper than the height of the mountains. My injury was deep enough to need the treatment from the doctor, surgery. My injury My injury was deep enough to need the medical help from the doctor, surgery. My injury was deep enough to need the surgery. The company A would like to deepen the relationship with the company B. The dog is digging the hole deeper and deeper. The dog is digging and deepening the hole. By scratching and scratching on my skin, the injury is deepening. The injury on my skin is deepening by scratching and scratching again. By a series of scratching, the injury on my skin is deepening. We usually hold a party to deepen the relationship with coworkers, colleagues, and other employees in the same company. We usually have school trip to deepen the relationship with other students. The company holds a company picnic to deepen the relationship between other staffs, other employees. The company makes it a rule to have a company picnic every year to deepen the relationship with other employees in the same company. The company makes it a rule to have a company picnic to deepen the relationship with employees in other departments. The company makes it a rule to hold a company picnic every year, especially in spring, when the sakura is at its peak, to deepen the relationship among employees. The company usually holds a party to deepen the relationship among employees. Group or society hold some events to deepen the relationship among the employees. The injuries on my skin are deepening by a series of scratching. The injuries and rashes on my skin are deepening by a series of scratching. Because I cannot help scratching them. The itchiness is too strong. The itchiness is too strong. I cannot help scratching on my skin when the rashes act up. Then the rashes flare up. Then when the rashes flare up, when the rash flares up, when the allergies act up. The love has been deepening more and more. The love between the couple has been deepening. The love between the guy and the girl has been deepening. The more you meet her, the more the love will deepen. The more you study, the more knowledge you can, it will deepen. The more you study, the more your knowledge will deepen. The more you study, the more your knowledge will deepen. The more you study, the more your knowledge will deepen. The more you study, the more you will know that you don't know. The more you study, the more your knowledge will deepen. The more you study, the more your knowledge will deepen. The depth of the ocean is much more deeper than the height of the mountains. No other mountain is higher than Mount Fuji in Japan. No other mountains in Japan is as high as Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is higher than any other mountain in Japan. Nothing is more important than health. Nothing is as important as health. Health is more important than any other thing. Depth. The depth of the ocean. 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 Can you imagine how the life of the depth of the ocean is like? Can you imagine how the life of the depth of the ocean is like? There must be many mysteries in the depth of the ocean. In the depth of the ocean, there might be many incredible things happening in the depth of the ocean. I'm sure many incredible things are happening in the depth of the ocean. I'm sure many incredible things are happening in the depth of the ocean. In the depth of the ocean, there are many incredible things that are happening in the depth of the ocean. 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 The depth. The depth of the ocean. The depth. Depth. The depth of the ocean. 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 How is the life in the depth of the ocean like? I'd like to know by video or camera of how the life of depth of the ocean is like. I'd like to see how the life of the depth of the ocean is like. The depth of the ocean. 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 Are you liberal or conservative or bipartisan? Are you liberal or conservative or bipartisan? Liberal, conservative, bipartisan, liberal, 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 liberal. Innovative, radical, liberal, 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 liberal. The Liberal Democratic Party is the most popular in Japan, and which is also the ruling party. The Liberal Democratic Party plays an important role in Japan's politics. The Liberal Democratic Party, the Liberal Democratic Party, the Liberal Democratic Party, liberal, liberal, the Liberal Democratic Party, 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 the Liberal Democratic Party is the most popular in Japan as of October 19th, 2022. The Liberal Democratic Party plays an important role in the politics in Japan. Have you seen the Statue of Liberty? Have you ever seen the Statue of Liberty? Liberty, 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 the Statue of Liberty, 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 liberty. There are smaller size of Statue of Liberty in Odaiba, Tokyo. There is also the small size of Statue of Liberty in Odaiba, Tokyo. Excuse me, I'd like to know where I can see the Statue of the Liberty. How can I go there? Do you know how to get to the Statue of Liberty? Excuse me, can I know how to get to the Statue of Liberty? I'd like to see it. I guess it is in a remote island, I guess. How can I go there? Will I have to go there by ship or ferry? Or is there a bridge connecting from the mainland to the remote island? I'm not sure because I'm a beginner here. I'm new to here. Liberty. 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 Freedom. Liberty. Freedom. Liberty. Liberty. Freedom. The stock trade was liberalized. The foreign trade was liberalized. The foreign trade was liberalized. The foreign travelers coming to Japan was has been liberalized recently after the pandemic. All foreign tourists entering Japan has been liberalized recently after the pandemic. Finally, liberalized. More and more things might be liberalized. The industry might be liberalized to vitalize civil economy. Private economy. The public sector, some of the public sectors might be liberalized. Some of the public sectors might be turned into public ones to vitalize public economy. Liberalize, 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 liberalize. Entering the facility was liberalized, so now we can have access to the building without permission. The once government building was liberalized to enter. So now we can have access to the building without permission. It was turned into a museum, open to the public for free. Liberalize, 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 liberalize. In the meeting, the politicians will discuss which sectors should be liberalized. In the discussion, the politician will discuss which sections in the private sector should be liberalized and turned into private sectors to vitalize private economy. Liberalize. The foreign trade was liberalized long time ago. The foreign trade was liberalized in the mid-19th century. The foreign trade was liberalized in the mid-19th century. Liberalized. Traveling beyond prefectures was liberalized after Edo period. Before that, in Edo period, we needed to show a certificate, which is like a passport, to go beyond the prefectures. We needed to go through sekisho, where your belongings and passport were checked. It was like a border. But such system was liberalized after Edo period. Liberalize, 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 liberalize. Let's liberalize the sector. More and more companies will liberalize the dress code. More and more schools and companies might liberalize the dress code. Most Japanese schools have dress code, but they might be liberalized with time. Many companies have dress code, but they might be liberalized. Most companies and schools in Japan have dress code, but they might be liberalized. Many schools and companies in Japan have dress code, but they might be liberalized. When I was a student, my schools had dress code such as we couldn't dye my hair, we couldn't dye our hair. So such rules might be liberalized. What is the difference between lawmaker and legislator? Both of them can have the right to craft a bill. Lawmaker and legislator, lawmaker and legislator both have the right to craft a bill, although it is not sure if the bill will be passed into law. Lawmaker, legislator, lawmaker, legislator, lawmaker, legislator, lawmaker, legislator, lawmaker. Legislator, lawmaker, lawmaker, legislator. The lawmakers are discussing the passing the bill into law. The lawmakers are discussing about both merits and demerits of the bill. The legislators are discussing about both merits and demerits of the bill. The legislators are discussing the bills regarding the both merits and demerits. The lawmakers are discussing the bill regarding the merits and demerits. Lawmaker, legislator. I don't try to reach consensus. I don't try to achieve consensus. consensus. I don't try to reach consensus. My ideas often don't reach consensus. My ideas often don't get consensus. My ideas often don't get to consensus. My ideas often don't reach consensus. My ideas often don't reach consensus. My ideas often don't reach consensus. My ideas often don't get to consensus. My ideas often don't reach consensus. Consensus, a general agreement. Consent. Consensus. Consensus between me and you is like impossible. Consensus between me and you is almost impossible. Consensus by everybody is impossible. Everyone has their own way of thinking, taste, favorites, and so on. Firing the politician for the corruption was unanimously decided. All of the politicians voted to fire the politician for the corruption unanimously. Consensus. 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 To my surprise, my crazy idea reached consensus. To everyone's surprise, my colleagues' surprise, my crazy idea reached consensus in the executive meeting, in the board of directors. Consensus. I don't try to get consensus. I don't try to reach consensus. The board of directors never reach consensus. Reaching consensus is very difficult. And reaching consensus is very difficult. The company A hopes to reach consensus with the company B with a condition and terms and contracts. The company A hopes to reach consensus with the company B under the terms. The company A hopes to reach consensus with the company B with the terms and contract. Terms and conditions. The consensus was reached on the condition that the company A keep buying the merchandise from the company B for at least 2 years. The consensus was reached on the grounds that the company A would keep buying the merchandise from the company B for at least 2 years after the contract. Consensus. The consensus between the companies was reached on the grounds that the company A would keep buying the merchandise from the company B for at least 2 years. The consensus has not been reached yet on the grounds that the amount of the bid is too small for the company A. Consensus. According to the poll, the consensus might be reached in the meeting today. Consensus. Consensual. Is it a consensual decision? Is it a consensual decision, consensual decision, consensual decision. My day off is a consensual permission from my colleagues and bosses. My paid leave tomorrow is a consensual permission from my coworkers. My day off tomorrow is a consensual permission from my coworkers. Consensual. My day off tomorrow is a consensual agreement. Consensual permission from our coworkers, because I kept asking my coworkers that I would like to take a day off on the day for a long time ago, so I could get it. I kept asking for my coworkers to give me the paid leave and a day off on the day. Since 2 months ago, it is a consensual permission from my coworkers. I've kept asking my coworkers for the day off on the day since 2 months ago. I've kept asking for the day off on the day from my coworkers since 2 months ago. So it is my day off tomorrow is a consensual permission. Consensual. 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 Some decisions are not consensual. Some decisions are not consensual. The doctor's operation was not consensual from his professor. Consensual. Being consensual all the time is impossible. Being consensual all the time is impossible. Sometimes we have to act swiftly without consensual permission, without consensus. When it is emergency, in case of emergency, we sometimes need to act swiftly without consensus to help the life. Consensual. Consensual. It's sometimes, I think it's often more important to act swiftly to help the lives than waiting for the consensus. Consensual. Consensual decision. Consensual decision. Consensual program. Consensual decision. Consensual. Consensual decision. Consensual trip. Consensual itinerary. Consensual agenda. Consensual program. Consensual amount of budget. Consensual activity. Consensual cancellation. Consensual. Consensual activity. Consensual activity. Consensual event. Consensual cancellation. Consensual cancellation. Consensual cancellation. The decision is consensual. Some decisions are not consensual. Some decisions are not consensual. 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 Is it consensual? Is the decision consensual? Is the decision consensual? The sports meeting will take place nationwide. The nationwide news will help you to be more famous. The nationwide broadcasting will help you to be more famous. Nationwide rainy will be expected tomorrow. Nationwide rainy season over the weekend is expected. Nationwide tour will be resumed after the revival of the musician. Nationwide tour will be resumed. Nationwide tour will be resumed after the revival of the musician. Nationwide tour will be resumed after the revival of the musician. Nationwide. Many celebrities have a nationwide popularity. Celebrities have a nationwide popularity. Celebrities have a nationwide popularity. Celebrities have nationwide popularity. Nationwide. Celebrities have nationwide popularity. In the tourism information, you can get nationwide pamphlets. In the tourism agency, you can get a pamphlet of nationwide tourist spot. You can get a pamphlet of nationwide tourist spot. In the tourism agency, you can get the pamphlets of covering nationwide tourist spots. The Kyoto test take places nationwide at the same time to avoid cheating or disclosure and so on, to avoid wrongdoings. The Kyoto test take places nationwide at the same place at the same time nationwide. The Kyoto test take places nationwide at the same time nationwide. The musician is popular nationwide. According to the weather forecast, it will be raining nationwide. It will be sunny nationwide. It will be sunny nationwide. Soon after the pandemic, masks were sold out nationwide. Soon after the pandemic, masks were sold out nationwide. There are both developed and developing countries. There are both advanced and developing nations. There are both developed and developing nations, advanced nations, developed nation, developed nation, advanced nation, developing nation, developing country. Which do you use more often? For example, or for instance, Which do you use more? Which do you use more frequently? Between for example and for instance. Which do you use more? Between for example and for instance. Do you think the current healthcare system should be amended? Do you think the current medical care system should be fixed, amended, revised? Do you think the current healthcare system should be amended? Do you think the current medical care system amended? Do you think the current healthcare system should be fixed? Healthcare, medical care, 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 healthcare, medical care. Which do you use more often? Which do you use more frequently? Between healthcare and medical care. Which do you use more frequently? Which do you use more frequently between healthcare and medical care? Which do you use more often? Healthcare or medical care? Healthcare, medical care, 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 healthcare, medical care. Which do you use more frequently? Which do you use more frequently? Which do you use more frequently? Healthcare or medical care? I will finish speaking.